Well, and it's time for the mirror, which is also from Kriya Bar. This mirror arrived along with the furniture, but until now we hadn't put it up. Because, well, you know, we had a lot of things pending in the bathroom, but they left. I stayed with my grandmother and we haven't come back until now. And of course with my grandmother. Setting it up was a hassle since it takes two people, but now that they're here, we'll do it. It's a different mirror, you know? It's not the typical round one you would probably expect. It's an oval mirror, just like the sink. How beautiful. And also, it's a mirror that has a feature to remove the steam that accumulates on it. And here you can also turn on the mirror light. You can turn it on from here, from the switch, and here you throw everything away. The steam that... Isn't that amazing? Now we have to put it in place to see how it looks in the area. A little bit of wine with a little bit of cheese.
Come on.
Oh yes, it's spicy, but we've barely had breakfast. It's already 4 o'clock and we haven't eaten.
Time to sweat.
How beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look how modern it is.
It looks super cool.
It's handsome, huh?
It just looks spectacular.
The tiles really stand out. How beautiful it looks now.
Please. Oh no, how pretty.
How cool. The lines of the tiles look so nice.
It really looks so much prettier in person than on camera, honestly.
How beautiful.
Oh my goodness, and look at the tile, how it looks all lit up, wow. And here's what I was explaining to you before, that from here you can turn it off and it still stays a little bit on like this. You can turn it on and that's for the anti-fog. Do you see the bidet?
Ah, damn. Oh my god, that's awesome.
What do you think?
It's amazing, isn't it?
How cool!
The steam, let's say, so it doesn't stay...
When you take a shower?
Yes.
Oh my, this already looks like something else.
What are you saying?
It turned out great. Should I make one? I'm tempted to try it, even in the bathroom. To do it. Option 2.
It turns out that this week I'm going to stay because they're going to change my windows. A sparrow,
It's right there.
it's gone. Well, the thing is, they have... Oh, there it goes, it's a little bird.
That's it.
Are we ready? He stayed up there and couldn't go down.
Of course. The flight is really tough for him.
Well, the thing is that this week they're changing the big doors for me, the one in the dining room and the one in the bedroom, so I'm going to stay. Well, just in case, if they need a hand to open and close the door. I'll make the most of it, finish some things, and stay the whole week, even if alone, so I can get things done. That's also pretty important because there are still a lot of little details missing. Smoothing a wall, covering the baseboard area, installing the baseboards. These are little things that don't take much time individually, but if you add them all up, they actually take quite a while. Alright, let's get started. My mom and I will begin working on the bedroom floors, then move to the dining room if time permits. Ivan will keep working on the niche. My dad went to remove the rubble and will return soon to help us lay the floor. With the three of us, we'll probably finish quickly. Let's see if there's enough time. Well, we've done everything we needed to do in this bedroom because we can't go any further for now. Notice the storage bed there. Ivan, over here.
Testing shelves for the niche. We have just enough wood, but since it was off by 1 millimeter today, I have no wood left.
There's only this much wood left. With this piece, I have to make both shelves, which are small, but only one side of each is good. So...
You can't imagine my pressure.
Ivan wants me to be quiet. Now we'll place the missing ones here, and this room will be done too. Well, this afternoon we'll go buy the bathroom decoration so we can show you the final result of everything. We've already put up these 3, now I'm going to cut this one and we'll just have these 2 left to put up because basically we can't reach very well.
Navigating a small space is challenging. In a larger area, moving back and forth is simple, but in a tight space, you often can't reach or use things easily.
Only 2 sleeves left, they'll be done quickly, and I've already put these up. Ivan Cleaning, who already has the most famous niche on all of YouTube, almost finished.
And how cool it's turning out. It's not installed yet. I mean, it's just placed on top.
It's not installed, just placed on top. I just want to say that if I tap it now, it'll come apart. We need to add what we talked about. I bought this bracket a little while ago, the one that goes on the wall.
Up to 15 kilos. A coffee maker that weighs 15 kilos, I don't think so. I don't think anyone would climb up to sit there. I don't think anyone would climb up to sit. I doubt anyone would climb up to sit there.
That anyone would sit on it.
I hope so.
We've already eaten, we've cleaned this little bit of the floor, and basically I wanted to leave a small margin here. I think I mentioned it to you about the window until they come to change the window. But I think we're going to do the whole thing, and that way we'll get that job out of the way. Okay?
I've already put up the 2 brackets that go here. This is really sturdy.
Now, because I made the holes from the back.
I made holes here and here. And now it should go in. Smooth.
Great, and let's see, put a little pressure downward. Yes, it's well secured. Here's a brief summary of what Ivan is doing, and you can find more details on his channel. Decorate your house vlogs.
Decorate your house vlogs. We'll be waiting for you. He filmed me up close, didn't he? They'll get scared and avoid the channel.
It's for the Problems Month. They've put the kokedama in here and look how cute it looks. Good and hot morning like yesterday. Today is really hot. We went to exercise today, but those 2 didn't come.
I've been working, okay?
Ivan has been editing, well, at home too, and my mom has been busy doing things. Yesterday we went shopping. I also bought the little things for the sink, for the bathroom. Oh, look, I love the lamp for here too. And later I'll show you exactly what I bought for the bathroom, and then I'll be able to show you the final result. With all the decorations already in place, we went through, I don't know, maybe 10 decor stores, and in the end we managed to find everything we were looking for. But like a nest, like a nest. Look, this one already has it. My mom has already finished.
I didn't make this one.
And you can already see it's different. 2 tiles still need to go here. But we have to set up the bed, because as I told you, my mom and my aunt are coming on Tuesday, so we have to get this room and the other one ready with beds.
Let's go.
Oh, I thought it would come out on its own. Well, this week I've been shopping to finish buying some little details for the bathroom, and I'm going to show you some things I've bought. And it matches the floor very well, I have to say. The thing is, the little plant cost me 24 euros, so well, I want to use it since I've already spent the money. It looks really ridiculous, look. There are more gaps here, what for? Even if I raised it a bit, it still doesn't take up much space. No, I don't like it. So I bought another plant, I'm going to place this one. But after searching a lot and especially measuring, I went and bought this one, a palm tree, which was actually what fit best. I thought about which plant to put in the bathroom, and what I liked the most was the palm tree. But this specific type of palm tree, because if you notice it's kind of thin, some leaves come out here, but above all it doesn't take up much space. All squished like this, so I found it ideal. This one cost me 35, they're from different stores. If you like anything, leave it in the comments and I'll tell you what it is and where it's from, and look how the whole set looks. This looks much fuller and it looks so much better. Wow, I think this is ideal. That plant was made for that little vase, but we're not going to leave the other one like that. So, I already had this one, it's a similar color, it's a bit uglier, but well, since I already had it and since the color is quite similar, well, for now, Then these little boxes over here, because I don't know if you remember, the niche has 2 spaces, so I need some little boxes. The measurement was exact and these fit perfectly in width. They're a bit short, but whatever. Each cost me €4. And finally I bought this leaf, which I usually see in a wood color, but in white like this I'm fascinated by it. It's like a worn out white. The thing is, it cost me €2 and well, it looks really pretty. With a few small things I bought to add, I think it will look great. Music. Well, this is going to be the picture for the bathroom. If you look closely, they're slices. Honestly, they were pretty cheap because there's a store where we live where everything is €2 or €3. This large one was €3, these were €2 each, and the small ones were €1. I'm considering the arrangement I like best, even though I've tried a few options in the bathroom. But above all, so that they stay as close together as possible. And I think it's going to look really cool as a picture. To stick it, I'm going to use this one here, which I haven't tried before. Well, my dad tried it in the shower and he told me it worked pretty well. It's invisible, sticks instantly, and holds up to 300 kilos. First, I'll stick these. If you look closely, they have a slight tint, but they don't have the typical edge that these wooden slices usually have. Wow, the outfit. I removed it because only some had it. For example, this one didn't, and it looked bad for some to have an edge and others not. And honestly, after sanding them and just leaving a slightly darker tone, I think they look better. It looks more finished. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I thought it looked really cool. Honestly, it was really hard for me to decide. I considered a lot of options, but in the end, I went with this one. Basically, because I couldn't find anything that really convinced me when it came to paintings. This is a no more nails adhesive that basically sticks to the surface. You remove this little plastic piece here and you can stick it anywhere. It holds a lot of weight, so I'm going to put it up. Nothing annoys me more than removing stickers. Well, after working really hard on this bathroom, this is the final result. I have to be honest with you. When we started this bathroom, the first thing we wondered was if we were getting ourselves into too much trouble. Things we hadn't done before, multiple complications that we could run into. It was small, but it had a lot going on. Now that it's all over, it's incredible. The pride with which we show the photos to our family and friends, it's our little big creation. Clearly, it doesn't always turn out the way you think or the way you have in mind. That's why it's so important to have alternatives and improvise when necessary, to work hard, to sow and to reap. And one thing is very clear, without sacrifice, there is no victory. I'm feeling lazy about finishing the bedroom floors early, so we'll start the second one instead. Cover the holes in the walls and the bottom of the baseboards and improve the walls, any little holes there might be. Smooth out the dining room and then get the beds ready. Because tonight my aunt and my mother are coming to sleep here, since tomorrow we'll spend the day around here. The fly's back, I can't believe it. Well, we forgot to move this so we could get to smooth the walls, and it's really heavy, but I'm going to try to move it by myself. Well, I think I can reach it fine from here. Let's try. I filled it in, but if you look closely, it's not perfect because it's really thick. I'll apply a coat, let it dry, then add another. I'm using ready-to-use putty. I always say it works well for me because the mixture is already perfect. So it turns out really well, so we'll use that to cover the imperfections in this bedroom before painting it, of course. So I'm going to make the mixture with the Aguaplast repair compound because, well, if you look at the image, you can clearly see here that it's meant for repairing surfaces. A little more, well, in worse condition, so since these dining room walls are pretty bad, with this one we can give it a bit more thickness. I don't really remember how thick it was, honestly. Any surface, any thickness, it can be any thickness. So since the bucket has to be super clean and we're a bit messy in that sense, we always leave it in a terrible state. Well, I'm going to do it here. Since the bucket is clean, I hope the mix turns out perfect. We also forgot to move this one, and all these pieces of furniture are just ridiculously heavy. They're really big. The neighbor will hate me. Is there a little space for me to get through here? We'll go through this gap. The truth is that the wall is in terrible shape. This wall is torture. The problem is that the pipe came out here, and this is going to be really hard. Because I have to give it the thickness from here. Starting from here, the wall is kind of slanted. Let's say it's like this here. If you drop a coin here, if it were flat, it would fall this way, just so you understand. So I have to try to even it out from there, giving it thickness, tap, 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 and here less. So I have to kind of create a slope. Horrible. Well, I've been at it for quite a while. And look, it's not perfect yet since it needs sanding. I'm not sure if you can see that here. With this in the middle, let's come over here. It took some work, huh? We're not going to deny it. The little wall, I'll cover that part later, but you'll see. I need it smooth for what I'm adding. But well, it turned out so-so. It still needs to be perfected, but we have to let it dry first. So while we let it dry, let's cover. With what I have left, the little holes in the walls from the baseboards in the bedrooms. Let's see if what I have here is enough. Okay, well, I almost have it, but the thing is, this little stone here has sunk in a bit. So now getting it out is a bit of a hassle. Oh, I hope it doesn't break. Well, I've already prepared the mortar that we're going to put on it. We always put this one here so we can then take the measurement for the one on the wall, and that way, well, we keep the joints aligned. Honestly, it's an amazing day. The sun is shining so bright. I really want to go to the beach. Yesterday we dipped a foot in. It was freezing, but oh well, I think with how hot I am, I would just go right in. I'm about to put the last one in. Well, I still have this little piece too, but it's not much. Almost. I would say that the worst part of the renovation is living in the same place where you're renovating, because if you don't live there, well, you just come and go, you go to your house. You can shower peacefully, but being in the same place with all the dirt flying around everywhere, you clean one thing and something else gets dirty. You have to take off all the sheets and put them back on the same day. And that's what wears me out a little, having to live with the dirt and the mess and the chaos of the renovations. Now it's a little better because of that, since the bathroom and the kitchen are done, because obviously those were two essentials. But even so, there are little things. For example, the floor that raises so much dust and so much dirt is a bit of a pain, so I'm really looking forward to finishing it. Well, it's practically 8 o'clock. I still have to finish removing the grout. I thought, well, while they're coming and all, I might as well make the most of the time. I'm so tired, honestly, I really am. Normally we come on weekends, we rest, and until the next weekend we don't get back to it. The thing is, these are really tedious tasks, like laying down the floor and all that, and my back, oh my goodness. So I haven't stopped this week because it's Monday, but we came on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We worked all those days, and today Monday too. And my back hurts a lot, but since I'm making the most of it, I finished removing the grout and made this video so I can rest for a bit. My mom texted me, not exactly just now though. I usually see things late because I don't check my phone often. She told me they were leaving half an hour ago, so I have about 30 minutes to remove all the grout before they arrive. I was going to make dinner, but it's already 8:30. We can make it quickly when they arrive, but I'll definitely remove the grout and take a shower first. I'm going to do it with my foot. That way I don't have to bend down. My back doesn't hurt as much. If I hit my feet, I'm going to freak out. Don't tell me. Look at how clean this looks now. Well, clean in quotation marks because there's still quite a bit of dirt, but I just gave it a quick scrub. And like this, with the shine coming in from the window, this looks amazing. Well, once this is finished and this shutter is replaced, it's going to look stunning. I can't wait for you to see it. Look, see how it shines there. Hello?
Hello, dear.
I'm ready with the camera. Please come in.
Already? Your visitor is here.
May I come in?
Yes.
All right.
Company at last.
I haven't seen the latest.
That's why I locked the bathroom so you wouldn't see.
Oh, I see.
Wow, but you've already finished the whole floor?
Yes.
How wonderful. Oh, how cool. How beautiful.
Have you seen the porch set up yet? Oh.
How handsome.
Yes.
How cool.
The border looks so pretty. How beautiful. This is starting to look different already.
How beautiful.
Very pretty, huh? This is already starting to look
Different.
wow. And the kitchen, I've seen it. I haven't seen it with the... Well, wait, the finished kitchen. Yes, I had seen it, right?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it. It's so beautiful. Well, now all of this looks completely different.
Yes, we added this. Have you seen it?
There's also a spot to store the small cutlery.
Oh, I don't remember. And the niche, Mary?
Wow, how beautiful, how beautiful.
Well, it's missing the light.
Wow, it turned out great. We're really in the jungle here. The furniture is so nice and cool. It feels like it was going to be a tighter fit, but no, it fits well.
I actually made the painting just yesterday.
Oh, this is so cool.
I made it just hours ago.
Wow. Everything comes in due time, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
Everything happens in its own time, and now it's done. What I especially like is the continuous shower tray. What's it called? That it's...
Level with the floor.
Yes, it turned out beautifully. Look at this space.
Yes, the shower is big.
Congratulations, it turned out really cool and beautiful.
It seemed like it could end up, yes, it seemed like it could end up smaller, but yes.
Yes, it's made in a way. No, very well, huh? I really like it.
And those little details like that.
Yes, the decoration is very nice, huh? We can't shower anymore, but we can use the sink, go pee, do other things.
We'll enjoy it before we rent it out, right?
Yes, come on, how cool, very nice, so nice. Wow, the mirror is great.
Be quiet, I haven't noticed it either.
Oh my gosh, please.
And the anti-fog right next to it?
Yes, oh, how cool. Wow, and this says anti-fog. Oh my goodness.
Yes, because when you turn it on, you hear a noise indicating it's on and it doesn't fog up. I always use it.
Of course, a very dim light.
I like it better. Yes.
How cool. It turned out really pretty.
It's a giraffe sander. Wow, I had seen it in videos, you know? Not in person, but I think it's amazing. Wow. This is basically for sanding ceilings and walls. Now I'll read how it works. Honestly, I have no idea, you know? But I think it's going to work out wonderfully for us. Both for the part I mentioned to you, which are those two walls, and also for the ceiling, because oh my goodness, how is the ceiling looking? I regret not buying one sooner, since we could have used it for so many things instead of doing them by hand. Honestly, it's horrible. Sanding the walls is a lot of work, so I was curious to try an electric sander, and I thought, well, this is the moment, honestly. Well, first I need to know how it works, that's obvious, right? I'm going to read the instructions and then I'll explain it to you. I'm going to try it. First, before connecting it, before plugging it into the vacuum, let's say I have a vacuum cleaner here so I can vacuum. I'm so excited to try one of these machines, you have no idea. I've seen many Instagram videos of people removing textured paint with sanders. This sandpaper looks good to me, you know? For textured paint, but for smoothing walls, yes? Oh, let's try it on the wall. Ah, friends, this one is 80. This one, yes. But I have to loosen it. Just the dust that's already come up like that in those few seconds, that's bad. I'm going to cover everything up. I have everything covered. The thing now is my hair. It always seems dramatic, the hair, but for me it really is, so I'm going to cover it. It falls down underneath. I think I already mentioned it, but today they're bringing the dining room door, the balcony door, so to speak, and I'm really excited to finally see the balcony door installed. Because oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a huge change. It looks like I just got out of the shower, okay? We'll try to get my hair as little dirty as possible, not for any particular reason, but because it gets really dry afterwards and ends up like a scrubbing pad. I think this way not too much will get on me. Okay. We're taking a break, right? I'll share my impressions. This is my first time using a giraffe sander. I previously used a wall sander during my parents' renovation, but it wasn't a giraffe sander. On the ceiling, I noticed a huge improvement. I mean, the ceiling was like this. Just as you can see this area. I haven't reviewed this part yet, but it's looking great. Here you can see where I've gone over it and where I haven't, and the difference is clear. But for the wall, it's turning out just okay. And I think it's because I used a product here that's much harder to sand. So it's taking me much more effort on the wall than on the ceiling, which was very easy to sand. But I don't have any of the ceiling paste left, let's put it that way. I only have wall paste, the putty, which is for repairs, but it's not as easy to sand as the ceiling one. You can't even tell on the ceiling, it's amazing. The difference before and after using it is clear. I'm amazed by the ceiling, I have to say. Oh no! Oh my god, the door is opening. I have everything covered, but just look at all the dust in the air. Oh please, oh my goodness. I should have done this before installing the kitchen, but look at how the ceiling is turning out. It's crazy. I mean, it's looking really good. I'm honestly amazed by the ceiling. I've also sanded the beam, and even though it needs a little touch up to restore it, it turned out really well. It's just so intense, it annoys me that the wall isn't turning out the same way. I'm sure it's because, like I mentioned, I used the repair compound and not the finishing one. So maybe what I'll do is give it another coat to make it nice and smooth. Otherwise, it will be hard for me, and I'll face the same problem there. I'll give that another coat, but first I'll finish smoothing the ceiling. It's the phone. Wow, look at how the floor and everything turned out, huh? That's why I'm going to take advantage and sand everything I need to sand, so I don't have to do it again. Because if I don't, I'm going to have a huge mess here. Well, just look at the ceiling, how good it turned out. It's amazing. You can see a little bit of a color difference, but once it's painted, you won't see it at all. I should do some small repairs, but I don't know if I'll do them before summer or not, because I have things to do and I don't know if I'll have time. But it's amazing the difference between how it was and how it is now. Since this wall wasn't turning out well with the sanding, for the reasons I already mentioned, what I'm going to do is give it one last coat of ready-to-use putty. I'm a little bit sad, honestly, because I thought I was going to save myself from this last coat, but no. And even though I'm really happy with the ceiling, it annoys me that the walls didn't turn out completely smooth. It's okay, really, just a little more work added to everything that's already piled up. I have to sand this bedroom a little bit too. I've already covered the bed, so I'm going to take advantage and do it with the sander. And I haven't told you that it has a speed regulator over here. Right now I have it at the maximum, but we could set it much lower, from the minimum to the maximum, which would be number 6. I'm going to sand the wall a little bit, and I think tomorrow we can paint. If I feel like it, I'll do it today, but I already have plans for the entryway. Done. It was just a little thing, but since I'm here, I'll finish it. And now from this bedroom. The only thing left for me to do is change the window and paint it, because the holes are already patched. Then, over here, if you look, the baseboards are already patched too, and well, that's all. Just painting and the window, well, and finishing the floor, that little piece that's missing, and here at the entrance, that's what I wanted to show you. Now I just cut all of that, and it was sticking out a little bit, so I cut it to size. I'm going to put some drywall compound on it. I'm going to put the corner bead on. I'm going to cover all the little holes, and that way, when it dries along with the room and the bathroom ceiling, I'll be able to paint it. So I'll get to work on that, and I'll also smooth this part out so it looks nice and neat. Really cool. And I forgot about this part here. I don't know what I'm going to do with the door. I should paint it, but maybe I'll just leave it with the primer without painting it. So I have to take it down and all that stuff. But I forgot to close the door when I was sanding in the bathroom, and now everything is covered in dust. Even though it's a little far, it's not that much, but you can still notice it. Well, here especially. Look, everything has been completely closed off, and the bathroom, which is the best part, is finished. And I leave it open. Oh please, what a mess. I also need to paint this. If I have time, I'll sand it with the door, but that one's already done. I also need to apply a coat of primer and paint the frames white. And then this will look nice and white because right now it really stands out a lot. Honestly, now that this wall is drying, it's looking great, you know? It's turning out really well. A little bit of sanding for the spots that do stick out a bit. I don't know if you can see these lines on camera, and I think that's about it here, not much else. We're about to do something really cool here, but it hasn't happened yet. This wall turned out just okay. Well, you can tell, I think. These two turned out well, but here where the pipe was, no matter what you do, this wall would need a few more coats to make it thicker so this doesn't show. That won't happen because I'll hide it, but you'll see over the next few days since I have things coming. And here I'm going to put this. Ivan already showed you once, and it's a metal corner bracket. What this bracket does is reinforce the corner. Basically, well, and now we just have to wait for it to dry, and then we'll need to give it a second coat. I was thinking of painting it tomorrow, but no, I got a little carried away. I have to let it dry and give it a second coat because it looks good, but it can always look a little better. I'll leave this as is. I've already given that a second coat. Since we're at it, I'm going to give these here a second coat because we put them on some time ago. It's better to apply 2 coats of primer instead of 1. Yesterday I hung this up here, then tried to take it down, but it has some weird things and is really poorly put together. So I'm going to turn off the main power, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to insulate it, and then I'll be able to remove this big thing. Because of course I can't really work much either. It occurred to me, I thought if I'm going to be smoothing this wall and then I remove this and find holes here, well, there you go, said and done. I want to remove it now and leave this wall, well, cleaner. Turns out I don't have electrical tape, so I used masking tape. You can't really touch it until I go buy the other tape. I'm going to fix the light since I haven't turned it on yet. After that, we won't touch it again. We'll leave it like that until I go buy it. Well, it's sanded now, at least the walls here are. I was telling you, Today they're changing the doors to the balcony for me, both the one in the bedroom and the one in the dining room. Honestly, I was really looking forward to it. I think it's going to make an incredible difference to both rooms. These windows are from the Replus 301 series. They have triple rigid seals, which makes them super strong and durable. They don't wear out, they don't require maintenance, they're airtight, and outside dust doesn't get into the apartment. Right now, with these renovations, it's actually the opposite. The hardware on these windows is perimeter style, which means they're very airtight, so they provide both acoustic and thermal insulation. Triple glazing and 7 insulation chambers provide superior energy savings. One of the panes has a treatment called Guardian Sun, which allows natural light to enter while reducing the entry of ultraviolet rays. The other pane, on the other hand, helps maintain the interior temperature without losses, so it keeps both the air conditioning and the heating. Well, and now both doors are installed. You have no idea how excited I am, honestly, to have the door finished. You can't see it fully from here because the light is behind. And this is the one for the bedroom. Let's look at it from the other side. Look how cool it is. And this one here is the same. The best thing about this door is that it has a really cool locking system. Half of it is a sliding door, the other half is fixed. If you look closely, it fits snugly inward. That is, when you open it, you pull it outward and it slides over there. It moves super smoothly, it doesn't weigh anything even though the glass is really thick. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the thickness of the door is amazing. But it doesn't weigh anything because it has a guide here that helps you. And besides, it has that suspension over there, which is what makes it close inward, and that also allows the door to be tilt and turn. Like this, it's already closed, we lift it up and we have the tilt and turn opening. If at night we want to leave a little bit open like this. I've installed both windows with 2 sashes in 2 colors. Inside, they have a decorative white finish, super elegant. The shutter still needs to be installed, but I'm really excited about it. Yeah, well, I'm just amazed that in one day they installed both, and this one, which is super difficult, and well, basically that's how it stays fixed. This way we can open it outward and upward. It becomes tilt and turn. The door is super cool, I love it. I'm in love with this door. The one in the bedroom, as you can see, this part here is also tilt and turn. Here we have the regular opening and the regular opening. Look, from here you can see the thickness of the glass a little better, and basically we can open both of them in a tilt and turn way. If you notice, both of them would be tilt and turn. And we get the cool air in at night while we leave the door open, but you couldn't get in, let's say. I'll explain why I chose to install them in polyvinyl chloride. There are several reasons. It offers perfect thermal and acoustic insulation. Polyvinyl chloride windows are very durable and resistant since they are highly resistant to corrosion. This is especially important for coastal areas like mine. They also don't deform or rust and need minimal maintenance, just water and mild soap to stay in top condition. And they offer a wide variety of design and customization options. Lastly, polyvinyl chloride is a recyclable material, which makes it a more environmentally friendly option. The floor is already clean. I'm going to make the bed. When you don't have a stick to paint with, a broom will do. Well, a broomstick, a mop handle, or whatever you have. I always do it. I fit it in and there you go, time to paint. How much a painted wall changes compared to when it isn't, right? It's amazing because all the little imperfections, the color changes and all that gets so well hidden. Good morning. Today Ivan and my parents are coming back. This is the one we're going to paint. If you look, I started sanding quite a bit, let's say, to leave it like those two over there, but I couldn't because look at this part here, it just looks way too bad. It's almost impossible to make it look good, so we'll need to paint it, and probably the rest too, since painting just one won't look nice. Painting one and not the others. I didn't realize there were so many small holes. I should have covered all of this before painting. I don't know how it can have so many holes just to put on a handle. This here must be from some little hole, maybe from woodworm too. They no longer have the apartment doors or anything else. A thorough investigation found nothing. But the ones that have these little marks, well, we'll have to cover them up. And well, the others have them too, but not as much. See this side too? They're in such bad shape, I just want to replace the doors. I admit it, but right now it's just not a good time for me. So, well, for now we'll paint them and we'll see what to do in the future. Vinagrito? Everything is already covered. And now when it dries, you just need to give it a very light sanding so that, well, it's completely covered and you can apply the primer. On this side it was much worse, and on the top too. Oh my goodness, this door was in such bad shape. I was trying to save on materials and it turns out I had another can. Now everything is really covered. Once this dries, you won't see anything before sanding it, so you have to wait. Honestly, the first one has almost dried after just one coat. This dries so quickly. If it dries soon, well, we'll do it today. We'll finish sanding it. The handles turned out so well, and they're even the same shade as the wood, which, by the way, this wood. I'll keep it as is because I love it. Even though it has this issue, I'll fix it and give it a vintage effect, which will look really cool. And look, I don't know if you remember, but there were some stains on the wall here, all of this. So what I'm going to do is use a special stain blocking paint that Duracolor sent me. I'm going to show it to you, and what I'm going to do is try it out. To see if, just on the surface, I mean by applying this paint, the stains go away, or if there's something more. Let's say that moisture has already gotten in from the outside or something like that, then it would need to be repaired, let's say. It could be that these stains are coming through the old wallpaper, which left, well, some traces of moisture and so on, so the paint would be able to remove that. We'll see what happens after summer. This is the paint, water-based stain blocker, and basically it's a matte water-based stain blocker for indoor and outdoor use, which allows you to block water-soluble stains like nicotine, soot, and moisture, even if repainted with plastic paints. I've put the primed door back in place so it's not in the way, and also basically to check that it fits well. And all of this? But for now, since I have to let it dry for 24 hours, I'll leave it here, and this door, well, I want to paint it too. But well, I haven't had the chance. I'll take it down later. I was a bit lazy with this one since I have to take it down and sand it, unlike the other one which was already sanded. And look at how everything is. But I have to paint it because, well, all of this is so pretty now that it looks all white. And this door really stands out, it's unbelievable, so we'll paint it and leave it like that. Today will just be the primer. You have to start somewhere. We have company.
Hello?
Hi. Come in, but go that way.
Oh, what I see here. Wow. Oh, what I see here, what I see here.
I'm not looking, I'm not looking.
I'm seeing some things. This one goes to...
Everything looks bigger. I'll go first.
What, no?
No, well,
How did this wall turn out? Perfect.
good, good.
In fact, it turned out really well.
It turned out really well, yes?
Yes, it turned out well for you.
Of course, well, it turned out really well for her, yes.
It turned out really well, yes. This one?
So why did we even come? We can leave now.
No, I have a short list of 4 missing things. And don't tell me the wonderful door.
How beautiful. And with its shutters. Wow, that's great.
Damn, that's the best.
If the sun's in your eyes, just move over here.
I thought it was all one, but it's better this way.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
I can't wait to see it set up here with the window and all.
Can you do it there? Give it a try, girl.
Yeah, look, close it. It becomes completely airtight. No, you don't have to pull it outwards. Yes. There.
That's the swinging part.
That's the swinging part, so it tilts.
But it gives you a scare, huh? Well, there will be someone who can finally sleep well, huh? Well,
This is closed and all the way up. There, go ahead. It's totally airtight. No cold gets in and it's completely silent.
It's just that the finish looks like wood, but white, right?
Yes, that effect.
But if it gets hot, it becomes like,
it forms a streak.
As if it were a white wood.
that's nice. And since it doesn't have shutters or blinds,
And now here is the room which we have. Here is the other window.
Oh, here you'll really sleep well now with a blind.
Look, let's see. Upwards in height, it's exact.
Both are equivalent.
Both. You need to lift both levers up at the same time. Exactly.
Is it gonna get, I don't know, cooler when summer comes?
Yes.
Does it also have an electric scale?
Also, did you see? It's pure luxury.
I'm about to cry. This blind blocks all light. I'm going to sleep, so stop asking me to do reports.
now all that's left is the room. To paint it white so the door looks even prettier.
No, damn.
It could actually look nice, you know?
It actually looks bigger, on the balcony.
Of course, it's because the big curtains aren't there anymore.
We need to hang the big curtains in the center. The terrace also looks wider now.
Yes, the shutters.
The shutters. Look, without the shutters, see how the terrace looks? It looks huge.
It looks like a brand new apartment, doesn't it? Like a...
Yes, it's like it's brand new. We'll work with that tomorrow. I haven't explained it yet, but soon.
Wow, it's already shaking. I'm worried the seagulls might hit the glass.
Of course,
When she opens them.
If they stay like this in a triangle so that it would be...
you can tell it's higher here because it's so wide and pretty, right?
It's wider, but the shutters use some space.
The doors are anti-theft, but still, I wanted the shutter to block out the light and everything. In case someone sleeps in the dining room.
I'll list kitchen, dishwasher, and now windows. I want windows at home too, okay?
Over here I have some of the things that are going to go on the terrace, well, on the little balcony. All of this was sent to me by Feroki. This right here, and now I'll show you the rest because there are some really cool things, but this, more or less, I think you can already guess what it is. Let's open it. I say you can guess it because in the last video, when I showed it to my parents, I kind of set it up so they could see it a little better. Simple, on the terrace or small balcony. And as you can see, it's the covering that's going to go on the balcony. It's a natural color, specifically Fancy Twin. And the thing is, these rolls are 2 meters, but I want it to be about 60, so yesterday I already cut one of them, and today I'm going to cut the other one. I cut the other one so they could see it half in place. As I mentioned, Yvonne and my father will install the last row of flooring in the dining room and bedroom. Meanwhile, my mother is here cleaning the walls because all the dust I made got everything dirty. Everything must be clean before we can paint. By the way, I also put the temporary handles here. This corner used to be full of junk. I'm not sure if you know what's here, you probably can't know. We saved all the tiles we removed in case we need them for another project because they were very pretty. There was this design, which I think was the one in the kitchen, and the other design that I love, I mean, it's an old tile, but it's just so pretty. Personally, I love the combination of both, plus they have a similar tone. I think it's super cool, so all the ones I could save are in this box and I'm taking them home. Well, if I can manage, because the box is really heavy, you have no idea. Well, my mom helped me bring the box here. The balcony even looks bigger. It seems like they've added more space to it. Since we removed the shutters, it's truly amazing. I mean, I see it as huge. The shutters took up a lot of space, being half folded and all that. They were really bulky.
So why is water dripping here? I don't get it.
No.
Well, the floor turned out pretty well, I have to say. It's quite decent. I'm installing a new floor, but as I said, there won't be any construction. I'll just lay it down. It'll come up to about here, and all of this, well, you'll see what we're going to do here later. But the thing is, I'm not going to lay the floor until the very end, because since we're doing work inside until we put down this little piece of floor and everything else, there's a lot of dust. I think this is the right height because it covers a little bit. Let's talk about the topic of privacy screens. I don't know if you're in favor of them or not. For example, my mom told me she wouldn't have put up a privacy screen, but I don't like that. It's not just about hiding a bit, but also the sun. You're less exposed and feel more protected. I don't know. You start to see the little bit of shade it creates and it lets you see just enough, nothing more. Okay, the cable ties look really good. Later they'll be cut and you won't see them. They're very discreet. But what's the problem? But on the other hand, since it's white, the railing looks terrible from below. So Ivan, since he had to go buy more mortar, I told him to also get white cable ties. So now we're going to replace them with white ones. Over here, finishing up this little section, which is all ready to go out onto the balcony. Look, once this is in place, the little fence is going to look super pretty. And my mom is painting this bedroom because this bedroom was in pretty bad shape. And while Ivan is coming, let's put something else in place that I have around here, well, down there. So let's go. The vertical garden is also from Cherokee. It's the tropic vertical garden. It's beautiful. I love it. Now we'll open it and I'll show it to you and I'll tell you where we're going to put it because it's going to look really nice. While we wait for Ivan, we'll start putting it up. Okay, and this is going to go over here. We're going to cover this whole wall. Now you can see it better. Look how beautiful it is. Really, really beautiful because it mixes different types of plants. This is the one we have at home on the terrace. It looks gorgeous and I love it. Also, one thing I love about this garden is that you can divide it because it has this part here. It's like interlocking. Exactly, you have to add it, you put it here. Look, these are the dividers. Here's the joint and here you could attach another one. For example, this will work perfectly for me since I'll use the top one for this small section. Ivan went shopping, and while I looked for double-sided tape, I found white cable ties. Well, they're not white, they're even better because they're kind of transparent. That's what happens when everything is so messy, otherwise it wouldn't happen. Wow, it doesn't change. Now that you can start to see this turning white, that's amazing. Okay, the first one is all set. Now the other half is missing, but I need to cut more because this one goes up to there and now I need to cut the other one. This is turning out great. It's looking beautiful with just the right amount of concealment. Look from the inside. How it looks now? We're going to have to make a splice for this tiny little piece.
Half a meter at most.
It's actually even less than half a meter. Third layer of my mom in the bedroom, wow.
If we have to give her a fourth one, I'm leaving, okay?
Did you paint the wall behind the headboard?
Yes, that's the second coat done. Now I'll do a third.
Okay, but I don't know if it's going to look good.
But I don't know, okay, if it's gonna look good.
Wow, look at how the bedroom looks already, what a change it's going through.
Yeah, it wasn't all white, but oh well.
Wow, but it looks huge.
It's already changing.
And this well stays like this too. The concealment, the little balcony looks huge since the shutters are gone, and like this, with partial concealment, well, even without the concealment, it looked the same. Right? But I like to cover the view a little bit and all that. It's not like I cover all the windows, but well, if you want to eat here peacefully and be kind of hidden, I think it's a really great solution. We're considering whether to use tape or put in screws. It took me a long time to find it, but we finally found it, and it's because I had put it away really well. The thing is, even though it holds a lot of weight, we're a little scared because, well, it's a lot of weight. I mean, not a crazy amount, but it's quite a bit, and I don't know if this is going to stick well enough. So maybe we'll put a couple of little screws in it, attach it, and hang it up. The question was whether to hang them this way or upside down. Ivan thinks they look better like this.
At my house, they're facing down, which looks weird to me. I prefer them facing up. Let's see, they seem more open.
Since this can be changed easily, you'll see more plants.
And I insert the wedge. Now the screws.
Okay, we have one in. Let's go for the next one. If you look closely, this small piece is missing. As I mentioned, this vertical garden is also from Cherokee. It's a really cool design. I love how many plants it has. It looks really full of greenery. Do you like plants but struggle to care for them? In this case, with a vacation apartment, you can have a small garden even if you're not great with plants and it doesn't take up space. It's a quick way to have a beautifully decorated wall, and look, it took us very little time. So now the thing is to cut it. Because the wall is slanted, we're going to have to cut that little slanted piece to separate it. It's simple, we just apply pressure. And that's it, we have a piece of grass. Look how it's turning out, how beautiful.
Oh wow, oh my goodness, how beautiful this is.
I'm sure you remember this. We did a renovation at my grandmother's house and it's a click-lock floor. You put it like this and that's it. Then you just keep placing it. You don't need to do any construction work or anything at all, and it's made of polyvinyl chloride. I had some left over from my grandma's renovation and we're going to use it here to put a little piece. We've tried the floor in several ways and the way we like the most. It's 3 in one direction, then 3 the other way, then another 3 the opposite way. It looks nicer that way, and well, That's actually how it's supposed to be placed, but we like to try other ways. We like to experiment. We're going to start laying the grass. I brought the grass from home, so we have just the right amount of meters, which means we can't afford to make any mistakes. Everything has to be perfect. Let's clean the entire floor again, even though we've already done it, to make sure it's spotless. The chairs we're going to use are egg-shaped chairs, super pretty. We just need to set them up. The legs are also from Ferroki, and they're going to go on top of the wooden area. You'll see how they look later. Meanwhile, my mom will attach the legs.
They look great.
Isn't it cool? They look so pretty, and the concealment matches perfectly. It's the same shade. Well, you'll see it later. I love these chairs because they're super comfortable. We have two just like them at home, and they're amazingly comfortable. You just sink in there all cozy, and they're really cool. After a lot of going back and forth and debating, we're going to add one more row of flooring. We think that for the walkway area, it's going to be more comfortable, and it's also going to look better aesthetically. And then, with a few little things I'm going to buy for decoration and so on, it's really going to end up looking perfect. We had doubts about whether it would be possible because there might not be enough floor space. But since there will be enough, we're going to add a little more. Well, we're going to leave this like this for now so we can go buy the decorations. We came to look at decorations because I need a few things like some cushions and a small rug.
I like this cushion. It reminds me of the room.
Oh, there are cushion covers here I hadn't noticed. This is very wintry. I need a few more things. I'll show you as we go to see what we find. Look, rugs. Ivan, there are rugs here. Let's see how they are. Open one. Oh, very small. That's too small. No, put them back where they were. I'll see what I can find. I really like these rug options, huh?
How about that one?
Which one?
The one in the middle.
The one in the middle? I liked it.
I remember the room.
With the cushion you picked up earlier? Now I was looking at the photo and seeing how it looks. That one is the one that convinces me the most. But I'm a little unsure, and I just saw a little table that I like, you know? Also, that black one, well, this one isn't ugly either. 10 euros, these rugs. The truth is I like this cushion. There used to be more, but now I don't see any here. Look at all the variety here. Hey, I like these, huh? Also, wow, what a problem. Now I like several of them. Oh, Ivan, my whole setup is falling apart. Hey, how pretty. It's pretty, but a little dark, right? This one is gorgeous, huh? Very pretty, huh? Does our small table have LED lights? Oh yes, that's true.
This is a big deal because there's this...
Yeah, that's her thing, really. Okay, I don't know if you remember, but the doors were a pretty important issue. And it's that over here I primed 2 of the doors that were in really bad shape. So I want to paint the doors a different color. I don't want them white. As mentioned in earlier videos, they were in terrible condition, riddled with woodworm holes. So I wanted them in a natural wood color, but I couldn't because I sanded those 2 and they were pretty good. I switched to this one and it was in bad shape. So I can't leave one painted and the others not, so I'll basically have to paint them all. But the thing is, I don't want to paint them white. Both have primer on now, this one and the one in the bathroom, but the only paint I have is white. This can is from Duracolor, which is actually paint for the upstairs terrace, which I needed for the balcony. Since I don't have time for everything, I brought it and decided to paint the doors white now and repaint them their final color in September. For now, I'll paint them white with a roller instead of using a spray gun. However, there are a few minor issues with using the spray gun. Everything is so new and looks so good that I'm afraid it might get splattered, and covering it up just to repaint seems pointless to me. I'll repaint it with a roller to remove the color differences, since this is just the water-based primer. It's the same with this door. I'll paint both of them with a roller and that's it, and we'll leave them looking somewhat presentable for this summer. So I can bring my family and they won't see it like this. As you already know, you have to wet the roller with water first, squeeze it out really well, and if you can do it the day before, even better. This prevents it from shedding lint later. Well, the first coat of paint is done. For now, we'll let it dry completely and then we'll give it a second coat and this door will be ready too. I've also taken down the bathroom door. I have it here. And before painting it, let's put the knobs on these two doors. These two are going to stay like this. Because as I said, I don't know what color I'm going to paint them, and they look fine, they don't look bad, they're in natural wood color. Well, Ivan is going to continue with the niche, the famous niche. I think it's the most famous niche on the entire internet.
I'm going to finish it, but since I don't have the LEDs, I'm going to try to leave it halfway done. I'm going to paint it. I'll place 4 small items here and we'll improvise some lights to show what we envisioned. But since the LEDs haven't arrived and we want to get as much done as possible today, let's see how it turns out. We'll have a general idea.
I was thinking of putting some paper down here because it's kind of brown down here, but I'm going to leave it like this.
Well, if we find some nice paper, like...
I don't think you can see it unless you crouch down a lot.
No, you can see it. Yeah, when short people come, they'll see it.
A kid will say, "Look at this mess."
I like this one, I can see it.
Blanquita will look pretty, though Ivan thinks I should paint her.
I like it, for it to be beige, like an off-white, leaning towards beige, because I think it matches everything here in this area.
There's already plenty of beige here, so I think white will make the interior stand out more. On the other hand, that area over there is all too white, all of this is too white, and we need to neutralize the beige a little bit here. That will be decided once we see the decoration, which will also influence the color scheme.
No more white.
Look at how the shutters look there, as if they were part of the decoration. The thing is, I'm not completely convinced. Because of the nest of dirt that the shutters accumulate, it gets inside. They're very old, have been painted too many times. You can see all the layers, and a lot of dirt collects on the shutters. If I can't find a place for them, I'll take them home since we can use them, but if I find a spot, I might set them up. And my mom, the room is turning out spotless.
This is already the 4th time, huh?
I'm not saying anything, but she's been painting over there for ages.
She's going to take your fame away.
What a nightmare. 4 hands just to take off the color?
It's just that color was very, very, very intense.
The corners aren't perfect yet, but it's looking pretty white, right?
It looks very white, and that patch of grass peeking out looks so pretty.
And now with 4 coats, that's it?
Right now it looks plain, but when it's decorated with the wooden bed base and its little blanket, and its headboard, well, although there are some walls that I'll give a touch of color so it doesn't look so white. But all of this will be for September, because I won't have time now.
Will there be a headboard?
Yes, well, you have a headboard at home that they were going to throw it away. Well, your boss was going to throw it away. And I said, no, bring it here, I'll use it.
We use it a lot here.
Yes, it has a good structure and it's made of solid wood, so I'll bring it here and we'll put it...
It's worth it.
Of course, with the van. I'll bring the television and the headboard because I bought a really cool television for here, 65 inches. It will look really nice. Look, from here, we'll see the television over there and the beautiful terrace over there. I bought a television larger than the one at home. But well, I just want the tenants to come here and feel like they're in paradise. Wow, it's set up. Wow, what's this? If it's broken?
They poked a hole in it, it's fine, just have them exchange it.
A small screw secures and levels it to prevent falling.
Let's see, this one here is already cut. The little strip, start with the notch underneath so it can't be seen, and that's it. Then just press it in. That's it. Now I'll put it on the other side.
Really fixated on the movement, huh?
That's what she was missing, clearly.
Yeah, it looks cool, huh?
So pretty, I love it. One has turned off tan tan tan.
Yeah, it used to give you a time sensor.
It's cool, but for now just make your coffee here, okay? It doesn't detect me? Yeah, hello?
There it is.
Well, yeah, it hasn't detected me. I'm kind of invisible. How beautiful. A lot is still missing, but you get the idea. It's tough. As you can see, we took several things from my parents' house and things I had at home. We packed everything there and brought it, along with some things from here too. We wanted the display cabinet for our home, but I have other plans for it now. Well, you already have an idea of where things are going to go here in this dining room, but for now, for this summer, obviously not. Looking ahead to September, June 20th and San Juan have already passed. It's probably the 28th or 29th. Honestly, I'm unsure of the date, but the point is renovations can't continue. That's why we'll paint, stick things on and more, and yes, we'll keep doing activities, right? I mean, I said we wouldn't be able to renovate, but for example, painting the little tables, fixing the doors, or doing little things like that, simple things, we can do that. It's another thing if we feel like it, right? That's another issue, but it's possible. As long as you don't make noise, because obviously you're in a vacation apartment and the people in the neighboring apartments don't want to hear construction work. I wouldn't want that either, so it's totally logical that it's not allowed. I didn't realize there were so many things. Honestly, I'm amazed. There's also space for lots of washing machines, huh? And here is the huge 65-inch television. A new addition. This little plant from Blaine will go there now and later too. Oh yes, another important item we brought to the bedroom yesterday is this headboard, which will be upholstered. But I think I mentioned this, it belonged to my mom's boss, she didn't want it, so I said bring it here, I'll make use of everything, and then we'll upholster it and it'll look amazing. Well, all of this still needs to be washed, but a load of laundry just finished right now, and look at this bedroom. The change it's going through is amazing, and also, as you can see over there, the little patch of grass looks really cool. And this is the first time we're seeing the television working. Well, working, haha, plugged in, so yes, it works, at least for now.
It does work, it works.
For now, yes. Do you see what I'm telling you, that this gets scratched? Look how it ends up like this, super dirty and scratched. Okay, we have the base and it fits just right. Now let's see how we arrange it to store things. I think ideally the pans should be able to be placed lying down. Let's say I place the 3 pans, and here to hold them in place well, we put this here so we can set it up like this, just like that. These small pots can go here and we can put the lids here. And there's still space left. Look, everything fits so neatly, even the pans and pots are in the same place. Now we have it all. Ta-da! Everything is organized. Here are the towels, here for the coasters, aprons, trash, and cutting accessories and so on, and all of this. The spatulas with aluminum foil let us arrange them to create 2 levels. These glasses can now be placed, let's say, in this part here and some on top, and that way it takes up less space. Well, they just arrived. Ta-da! These baseboards are from Decor. And, well, I think this is amazing because here we can run some thinner cables and there's also more space. I mean, they come in all sizes. I chose the one that's 8 by 2 in length. And here, it can be a bit wider so more cables can fit and you can run all the cables through the baseboards. There are endless possibilities, but what I like most isn't the options, it's the material. That's because they're made to perfectly withstand humidity, any leaks, any mopping, anything. In other words, they're 100% moisture resistant, so we can put them anywhere without worrying at all about them swelling up. Okay. And now that it's already cut, plus we have it mitered, look how nice the little white baseboard looks. We're going to put some very small dots on it. We still need to wipe this area here first, but we're basically just going to put a few dots, because we might need to remove them later. If we need to touch up the wall or extend here, just to keep things looking nice and presentable for the summer. I love white baseboards, honestly, I really like how they look. The glue dries pretty quickly so we can move forward very fast, since they're 2 meters long. Well, look, we've already done this whole part of the dining room and that corner over there, so in the dining room basically only all the walls are left except for one. Look, it's getting soaked. We have the missing piece now. The good thing about these baseboards is that you can paint them the same color as the wall if you want to. I mean, if you don't want them white, you could paint them the same shade. It's amazing how much it changes just with the grout on baseboard in place.
The baseboard is the final touch. It's what gives it the finish. You can really see the difference in the area that's already done. Yes.
It turned out really cool. There are some areas that we'll leave for later, waiting to finish this little part. But whatever we can do now, the more we can get done, the better, so we don't have to do it in September. Water and a little dish soap. It's perfect for running your finger over it without the glue, the adhesive sticking to you, and it gives it a better finish. Yes, I'm going to continue with several things. One of them is to put the trim that goes here on the countertop. This will go in like this. It's a regular metal trim, and now I'll put the glue on to install it and leave it in place. Meanwhile, my father will keep installing baseboards. Mom, what are you going to do? I forgot.
If you want, I can clean the furniture and the inside of the kitchen because we can start cleaning now. If you want, I'll take everything out and put it back in.
We basically put this here so that water doesn't leak behind it. We're going to add a few dots of glue, draw a small line at the bottom, attach it to the wall with clear tape, and water won't leak here anymore. It makes a little seal like this against the wall. And since I don't like it to be too noticeable, well, like this, in silver color, it blends in a lot. It looks really good, and basically it's a classic trim piece. Look how nice the trim looks here and over here too. I've put this trim all the way down here, it continues. Let's cut the dining room curtains. And now comes this part here, which is to hide, well, the whole top part of the curtain, let's say. And it's from Decor, it's what I showed you yesterday.
I'm going to put it from here. Should I or not?
Yes, yes. Okay, so another thing from Decor are these decorative panels that, if you notice, come separated. I made this myself and showed it in a do-it-yourself decorate video. There are 6 here. There are different widths. Let's say this one is thinner. Then there are others that are thicker. There are different models, both in size and in colors. I wanted it specifically for that wall, as I mentioned to you. Great, it's almost impossible to match and getting too complicated for me, so I said let's just put it. Some decorative panels will look great here, since the plant will go here. Not lying down though. The panels will go there, let's say, and the plant will be right in front, and I think it's going to look amazing. Also add some texture to the walls. So these are white, because you can paint them the same color as the wall, but the wooden ones already have that effect and give a bit more warmth and so on. I like the white ones because it was very difficult to match that wood with this one and so on. And then there's something I have to do, the ceiling, which is also really cool, and I'll explain it to you later, but anyway, I like them in white. So the first thing we're going to do is measure them and cut them to size. Now that it's measured, I'm going to tell you what my little doubt is. At first, my idea was to place it from here in the middle towards there and towards here, right? And do half and half. The problem is the light is here, so I considered avoiding it and starting here, moving there. So I don't know whether to start it from here and go that way or do it from the middle, but if I do it from the middle, I have to make a lot of holes. One on top, one for the lights, and I'm not sure if it'll look good with so many small holes. So I was thinking of starting from here and going that way. I'll cut several more to the same size, then we'll try them and vote. I don't mind starting from there and going that way because it's like this is the kitchen and over there is the dining room. So I think it makes a lot of sense, right? That it's just a section of the wall. I don't think it would look weird because, like I said, making this hole and this hole too, well, of course, I don't know how it's going to look right in the middle. I was already counting on this one, but I didn't remember this one. Honestly, this one here, and of course I can't leave it covered. I could cut it to size and then glue it back together, but I don't know. Let's think about it. These panels are often used to cover doors and it looks amazing. I've seen it in several photos and it looks really cool. Well, honestly, these panels look good anywhere, really. I just remembered that I have a wood effect here. If you look, this would be the same thing. This is a panel, but it's a bit wider. Let's say the design is a bit wider. This one is in black, and here we have the wood color, which in this case, well, it's a color like this. Darker, but others were nice too, including a lighter one. There are many types of designs, and honestly, the wood color also looks amazing. I mean, it looks really cool. But anyway, they're in white. If you look, it matches really well with the rest of the dining room, and when it's painted the same color as the wall, it's going to look awesome. Both are really nice, both the wood and the white ones. Both designs are very beautiful, and any of them would have looked great. I'll show you when it's more finished. I just have one left and both sides to do, because those two thin ones are for the beginning and the end. This way, you don't see the ugly side part. It's like a finishing touch. See this thin one? It's the end, and it's already in place, though not glued yet. If you look closely, this part glues on one side while the other side just ends. Okay, it has a nice finish, so you put it here, and since it doesn't go from wall to wall, it doesn't look ugly. Because here you get an edge and it looks much nicer. I just placed it on top, but look how beautiful it looks. Oh, I love it. Now the question is whether I should put it here just as it is. I would start, let's say the first one, I would start here and these would go this way, or it starts from here more or less.
Now we have to center it and leave space on both sides.
There are several options, let's say either centered on the wall in the middle of the whole wall, or centered from there to there, the wall's over there.
Let's see if by disguising what the wall is, that's already enough. From here to there, half and half, yes, of course.
I preferred it this way, but you like it on that side since it separates the kitchen and dining areas.
It feels a little more integrated into the dining room and comes out of the kitchen. After thinking about it for a bit, we're gonna do it. So as we said at the beginning, this little part that belongs to the dining room and this little part to the kitchen, well, we're gonna put it in the dining room, so to speak. In any case, I'm going to place the banana plant to see how it looks, what kind of touch it gives to the wall. With the texture and the banana plant in front, it just looks great. My mom told me that I was going to cover up the banana plant, but no, it actually looks amazing. Personally, I love it, I really do. Look, Mom, how does it look?
I don't know, I feel like the plant is too much in the middle, right? If you have to walk by, it takes up a lot of space, don't you think?
You think so? No, I don't see it as bulky.
I actually see this more as a corner thing.
I think it looks amazing there. We need to move it closer, but it already looks spectacular. We'll test it and decide. How do the panels look, Mom?
Good, spectacular.
Well, the thing is that I'm going to stick them on, and now you'll see them properly placed, nicely arranged. I'm going to stick the first one, and from here we'll start fitting the rest. In this case, it worked out great for me. Well, to cover a wall that was in really bad shape and was very hard to smooth out, you had to make like a double wall or something like that. This way, I was able to hide all these complications with the wall. It wouldn't just help us to hide things or make one area look nicer than another, but we can also cover up imperfections on the wall. I began on this side rather than that one because I wanted to start at the line over there. Although it would have been better to start from the other side, which aligns more in that direction, that's why I chose this side. But here I wanted to cover exactly the line of this one. And finally we put in the little finishing piece, the one for the corner, which gives it that final finishing touch. I just love it so much. The problem is that now I want it for all the rooms in the house because it gives that Japandi touch that I love. Like this, all set up in white so it doesn't stand out too much. It has this texture and I just love it. I want it everywhere. Well, this already looks like something else really. Look at how it looks now with the little plant, the slats. It just looks completely different. I can't even explain it. I love it. Here you can already see a little part like the end, finished, with that little piece also done. I don't know, I see it and it fits perfectly with the style I had in mind. It couldn't look more like what I imagined. And with that I'm super happy, because sometimes you have things in mind that don't turn out the way you imagine. But this turned out just like I imagined. Let's look at it from the other side now, from every possible angle. Look at how the slats look, like this with the kitchen. Well, and the clothes, just ignore that. How does it look, Papa?
Very good. I think it's missing. Now I'm going to put the focadillo here to make it look even more spectacular with the focadillo in place.
Wow,